Hello everyone, welcome back to another vlog. My name is Jennifer, but everyone calls me Yenny, and today we are in the pink room. This is my get ready room. It's kind of like a second closet for me. I have my shoes in here, my clothes in here, my makeup vanity in here, and all my like accessories and stuff in here. And I did have, if you saw my last video, go check that out. I redid my scrapbooking storage room, and one of the main reasons that I wanted to do that too was so that I would be able to open this door all the way. And I am so glad that I can do that now. That alone already makes me so much happier in this space. I used to only be able to open it like maybe to like right here, and it bothered me so much. So we did that. My shoe rack was back here. It is now sitting right here in the middle of the room. My reading nook that I had a little corner over here, and I moved the chair that was in here out of here. And that was the only way that I would be able to move some things around so that I could open this door. So now we have to organize because everything is a big mess. I am going to show you right now what this room looks like. We are going to rearrange everything. So yeah, let's get to it, you guys, because it is going to be a lot of work. Okay, so this is what the room looks like right now. Like I said, my shoe rack is sitting right here in the middle. My vanity is a hot mess. Okay, this is the same day that I redid the office room now. This needs to go in there. I completely forgot about that. So that's gonna go away. Over here on this wall, I have like some coats and cardigans going on over here and some bags. This little basket with some throw blankets, that's going away. That's not gonna be in here. My hats are all hanging on this door, and I have so many now that they're just like doubled up. So I did order some more of these straps to place on this side of the door, and this is just gonna be like my hat section. Now over here is where I had my little reading corner. I had a chair here with a little ottoman, and that's gone now. So this whole space is empty. We'll see how we fill that up. And then I got rid of the little basket that was holding all of this. I put that in the office now. So this we got to find a place for. This mirror is sitting really low, so I want to put that up to where it's at eye level when you're standing up. So we're gonna move that. And yeah, we're just going to reorganize everything. I have some books in here, so that's gonna go over to my new reading area. I'm gonna get those out of here. And another thing that I really wanna do, this room you can see from the living room. So, I mean, from the kitchen. So if you're in the kitchen, you can see that room. And I do want to keep this door open. I don't want it to be closed all the time. But obviously, it has to look good. I want it to look nice so that it can stay open and you don't just look into a bunch of mess. So I want this right here to be able to look nice, because that's what you're going to be seeing from over here. That is going to be the main goal, to make this just something that looks nice when you look over, but I also want this to be very functional. So I think that my vanity, I think I'm gonna move that to a different area. I don't wanna be able to see it from in here. So I think this vanity is gonna go somewhere over here. I'm not sure exactly where, but I think that's gonna move from this area. And I'm thinking I might put this little bookshelf over here. So yeah, that is the plan for right now. That's all I have in mind. The hat hooks, those aren't gonna be here until tomorrow, so I am gonna have to wait on that. I don't know if I'll buy anything for this space. I'm gonna move everything around first and then see if there's anything missing. But yeah, that's basically the plan. And one of the main things, like I said, is when we're in the kitchen, I want to be able to look over here and it look nice and clean and just like aesthetically pleasing. I want it to look nice, but I want to give the rest of the room like good functionality, because I do come in here a lot. I do get ready in here. But yeah, I don't really know where to start. All right, guys, so once again, this turned into a whole new makeover. I knew I was gonna have to be moving some things around when I took the chair out so that I could open the door all the way. The only way I could open the door all the way was to take out that chair and move the shoe rack from there. So I knew I was gonna move things around, but I didn't think it was going to be as big of a change as it was. I did end up buying some new pieces for this space. Nothing major, nothing big, no like big furniture pieces. If you don't know by now, we do live on a budget. I cannot be spending a lot of money every time I get an idea, but just a few simple pieces made a lot of difference. So if you're wanting to make over any room in your house, you don't have to have a lot of money. You don't have to spend a whole lot of money. So I started with my original idea, which was to move the shoe rack over to this wall and move the vanity over to the back wall. I did have to scratch that idea, and here in a little bit you'll see why. And I'll also try to explain it a little bit more in this voiceover, because once again I have another long video. This is a super long video and I had to cut out a lot. But keep watching, you guys. It is definitely worth it, and you can see that it's not so simple. Like some of the videos make it seem so simple and so easy. Everything goes so smoothly, and it's really not the case. Okay, you guys, here's what we have so far. I did want my shoe rack to be on this wall. That way you can't really see it from out there. So I have it right here. I don't know if I should move it over a little bit more, like on the other side of the switch plate. Let me know what you think about that. Should it be right against the wall, or should it like scoot down a little bit? This, I'm waiting for my husband to get here so that he can take that off for me, because I don't know how he put it up there and I can't get it off. So I'm waiting for him so that he can help me do that. This is where I put the vanity right now, and this is where I put this little shelf at. I do like how that looks, but the problem is it covers my outlet down here, and I really need that. It's the only place that I have to plug in my little lights around the mirror and my straightener when I do use that. That's where I would plug it. I think I'm gonna play around with it and see which way I like it the best. So I did play around with it a little bit. I moved the tall shelf over to the corner, as you can see, and that worked a little bit better. The problem was that I had a big open empty space over here by the mirror on the other wall now, and I didn't know what to do about that space. As you can see, I had even put the chair in there, the other desk chair in there, which my husband totally vetoed that. Something just wasn't right, so I ended up moving it back. Okay, so as you can see, I did move the vanity back to where it originally was. It is a little bit more centered, I think, now that the shoe rack isn't there, so it does fit the space a little bit better. I didn't want it here because, like I said, it just looks messy. Like the brushes and all that has to be here, and I feel like that's what makes it look a little bit messy. So I'm gonna see if I can figure out any way to make this look a little bit nicer. The headbands that were on top of here, I'm not gonna put those back up there. I'm gonna find a nice, like, pretty piece to put up here, like a decorative piece, maybe a plant, I'm not sure yet. And then probably maybe some decorative pieces here too, so that can be seen from out there from the hallway or the kitchen. But yeah, I am gonna leave this here. I'm just going to see in what way I can like spruce it up a little bit. And then the shoe rack is going to stay over here on this side, but I think what I'm gonna do to maybe help it look a little bit better is color code the shoes, which I was already thinking of doing that because they are just like mixed in all over the place, and I think maybe that will make it look a little bit more cohesive. So I'm gonna try that out, and then yeah, we'll go from there. I debated a lot, you guys, on where all of these pieces should go, more than you see here, because like I said, I cut a lot of it out. I just wasn't so happy with the shoe on that wall, because once you look in the mirror, you can see all the shoes in the background, and I also wanted a pretty view from the mirror, so I was debating on putting the shoe rack right here where the desk is right now. Not the desk, the vanity. But I couldn't have it all. I either had a nice view from the kitchen or I had a nice view from the mirror. And while I was racking my brain about this, my husband finally got home, and I always like talking to him. It just makes thinking so much easier, because he always brings up a point that maybe I hadn't thought of or something. And the chair, he completely said, no, not the chair. I don't even like that chair. And he told me that it would look a lot better if the vanity was over here. And I totally agree with him. By the end of this, you'll see how much better it looks. Of course, it was such a big mess in here, but the door pretty much stayed closed. So I wasn't so good about putting everything back in its place every time I used it. As you can see already, tidying it up makes such a huge difference. I wanted to declare I cannot talk, you guys. I wanted to declutter a little bit. So I did end up putting some stuff in the drawers, which I had plenty of space. I could have done that. I wanted to remove the brushes so they're not up there, but I don't have any space anywhere else to put them, and I use them a lot, and I mean, that's what the vanity is for. So I think it makes sense to be up there, and without all the other extra stuff, I think it works. Obviously, I could have closed the door and solved half of my problem, but another thing that I was wanting to achieve is to make the house feel a little bit more open, not just have all the doors closed all the time. So now the office stays open, the pink room stays open, and it's just 3 of us now. It's me, my husband, and my son, so I can do that now. But yeah, sometimes you just need to talk it through with someone else and see what ideas they have to offer, and that just made everything so much easier. Okay, you guys, I think I am happy with how things are going. This looks so much better now that it's nice and clean. I did declutter a little bit, get rid of some of the stuff that was on top and put them in the drawer so that it doesn't look so junky. So I think that looks a lot better. I'm not done with this yet. There is a little mirror I want to bring in, and I don't know if I'll add something like right here where the Dr. Pepper is. I do want to keep this clean so that I am able to use it, of course. The shoe rack looks a lot better now that it's by colors. I think that just makes it look a lot more uniform. So I'm okay with that now. I was gonna try to find a shoe rack that was like a little bit nicer, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I don't want to spend my money on that. I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. Doing that by colors, I think, helped it out a lot. I went ahead and put a lot of my sandals over here, and the mules and the platform sandals up here. Those, I had them in the closet. I went ahead and put them out here. A little bit of like the winter shoes, because fall is coming, so I'm so excited for that. And those I actually wear a lot, so I think I'm gonna leave those out here. Now here is what's not on the shoe rack anymore that was on there, but I do have a couple more shoe racks in the closet, so I'm gonna be moving those in here and fill in the spaces. But I was also thinking, here's my next thought. I was thinking of moving this shoe rack, which is the exact same one like this, but it's just a single. This is two of them stacked together, which you can do that. And they are adjustable, so they get longer and they get shorter. I try to make this one longer, but then there was just like an awkward space left at the end, so I left it like that. But the other one does fit over here, and it'll just be like half the length. And I could buy another one so that it's like even all the way across, but is that gonna be too many shoes out in the open? That's what I'm not sure about. I think I'm gonna try it and see what that looks like. I still have junk on the floor. That's still going out. This, I'm just gonna reorganize it and clean it up a little bit. That Chromebook needs to go back to the office. And then of course, I still have my earring hanger, the mirror, this little canvas, this basket with all my hair tools in it. And then here's the mirror that I said, babe, here's the mirror that I said I would maybe put up on the vanity, and then some more jewelry right there. Okay, so it is now after 9, so it is late. I went to the store and we had dinner. Jaden went to the gym and had my stuff in the back of the trunk, so I had to wait for him to get back, and he just got back. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I got at the store. I went to Bell's and I went to Walmart and I picked up a few things. And then tomorrow I will pick this back up and do the fun part, do the decorating, the organizing, all of that. But let me show you what I got. Why am I so out of breath? Whew. Okay, so I went to Walmart. This is from Walmart. I got 2 area rugs, and they're 2 different sizes because I didn't know which one would fit the space better. And I'm definitely thinking now that I'm in here, this is way too small. So I'll probably end up using this one, but I wasn't sure on the color. Okay, also from Walmart, I got this little lamp. This is the exact same lamp that I got for the Now office, if you saw that video. So I loved it so much, I went and got another one, and it is a really good price. It's only $12.97 or something like that. So I grabbed this for in here. And then look at this cute little lamp, or not lamp, plant. That is so cute, and I think it'll go great in here with the pink and like the beauty type room. So I got this. Okay, and the last thing from Walmart is I got another shoe rack. And I told Jaden this is a judge-free zone because he already judged me for this. But this, I am going to go ahead and set it on top of the other little one that I have. Just so that it's all even in the same size. So I went ahead and got another one. And then I also went to Bell's. One of the things that I got is this little organizing container with the gold lid. And then again with the beauty room, I got this canvas picture. It looks like an old perfume bottle with some flowers. And I think this will look really good in this room also. It just kind of goes with like the whole theme, I think. And I also picked up some baskets. So I have 3 sizes here. These 2 are the same, just some small little baskets. And then I grabbed one bigger one to see if maybe I can put my hair tools in here. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can fit them in the shelves and make them look good. And if I don't end up using all 3 of them, then I'll just go return them. And then again, I got this one just because I thought it would look good in here also. I don't know quite what I'm gonna use this for yet. And like I said, I'll figure out if there's a way that I can use these. If not, then I don't know. We'll figure something out. But I got this. The last thing I got were these over-the-door hooks. This is to replace this small little black one. I thought that would look a whole lot better in this room than that small little black one. So yeah, that is all that I got. I'm gonna put the shoe rack together and see if I can organize my shoes for tonight, and then we'll pick it back up tomorrow. I think you can tell how tired I was. I had been at it all day long, and it was the same day that I did the office. And the day before, we had been to a birthday party, so we didn't go to bed till after 1. And Jaden was right there with me. He's always in the background, you guys. Even though you don't see him in the videos a lot, he is always there if he's not at school or anywhere else. So I did spend a little bit more in this room than I did in the office. I just ended up buying more items for this room, more organizational items as well. And the rug that I ended up with was $44. I tried the $20 ones, but it just didn't quite fit the space right. So the rug was a little bit more, and the shoe rack was a little bit more. I think it was like $22 maybe. But even so, it wasn't bad. I think my total was somewhere around the $120 mark to $130, which for a whole total room refresh, I think is really good. And this is the last thing that I will be doing on this day, and then we'll pick this back up tomorrow. All right, you guys, it is the next day and I got to it right after my walk. So I am organizing everything using all the little baskets that I got, putting everything in its place how I want it to go, and just wiping down all the surfaces. This little bag worked perfect. This bottom shelf right here is kind of like all my nail supplies, nail kits and stuff. So it worked out perfect. I put my nail polishes in there and the little cotton balls, and it just pulls it together much better than just the little white baskets did. I'm also going to be going through things and decluttering a bit, getting rid of things that I don't need anymore or I don't use. I keep saying I want to be a minimalist, and that I'm just failing so bad. I just love all things girly. I love shoes, I love clothes, I love accessories, hats, makeup, and I love having options. I need help, you guys. I really do need help. I had told my husband once, I told him I'm gonna be a minimalist and only have like 1 or 2 seasonal cups, like 2 cups maybe for Halloween, 2 cups for fall, 2 cups for Christmas. And I was like, wait, that's a total fail already. If I was truly a minimalist, I would have 2 cups, period. And it might sound crazy because I love stuff, but I really do wish I could be a minimalist. In my head, I feel like it would just keep things simple and I wouldn't have to think so much. But thank God my husband puts up with me. He may judge me a little bit, but he still lets me have my way. And let me just add that I might have a room full of stuff, but everything is very inexpensive. I like shopping, but I don't like spending a lot of money. So I'm always looking for a good deal. A lot of my shoes are most of my shoes are probably under $20. And the same with everything else, to be honest. So I'm going to keep cleaning and organizing. You're not going to see any decorating just yet. I wanted to get everything set up first and then do that at the very end. But I think just the organizing, using these little baskets, that helped with the decor as well. I feel like it just gives it a fresh, nice look. And I did end up using all of the items that I bought. I found a great spot for each of them, I think, except for one item that I did have to go replace, and I'll tell you about that here in a little bit. I don't know if this will transfer over to the real video, but I am hearing a little popping sound when I'm doing the voiceover. Hopefully that goes away. I don't know what it is, but it is bothering me. So I'm just gonna put some music on right now and let you watch it all start to come together. Okay, you guys, so I think I kind of got everything organized the way I want it. So now I'm just going to tie everything together and decorate, put up the wall pictures. I think my picture little garland is gonna go over here on top of, on the shoe wall, because that's just a big old empty space. So I think I'm gonna move the photos over to that wall. I'm still waiting on my my other hanger that is supposed to be delivered today. So when that gets here, I'll move some of these hats over so it doesn't look so jumbled. But yeah, this next part is the fun part for me, the decorating, the just tying it all together, and I cannot wait until it's done so that I can enjoy this space. This is the fun part, you guys. This is what makes all the difference. This wall right here is really long, so I didn't find anything else to put up here, and I figured the pictures would be just fine because it does, as you can see, cover up a whole lot of that wall, and I loved it there. That is perfect, and you couldn't really see it on the other wall anyways, like when you were looking in. So over here is fine. I love it, and I am just going to put up the rest of my pieces, which most of it I already had, and yeah, I can't wait to show you how it all turned out. I am so happy with it. One of the main goals was to make it look nice from the kitchen, since that's the one room you can really see in, and the kitchen is my domain also, so I am perfectly fine with it being seen from the kitchen, and I think I totally achieved that. The door can stay open and you have something pretty to look at. Okay, you guys, I'm almost done. The last thing I was gonna do is put the rug down, which I just did, and I don't like it. It almost looks dirty. I'm gonna try to wrap it back up and return it because I don't like it at all. And I don't know if I should try a different one or just have no rug in here. So this is what the rug looks like. And yeah, I just don't like it. First, it does blend in a little too much with the floor. Second, it just kind of looks like a dirty gray. I don't know. I don't like it, you guys. So it is much later in the day. I went in and returned the rugs, and these Amazon straps didn't come in until I think it was like around 5 on this day. So I was waiting for that to come in, and I did notice that I thought I ordered the exact same ones, but I did not. The little hooks are a little bit different, but I don't think they're too noticeable, so they're okay because they're basically the same concept anyway. So I think it ended up working out fine. It did its purpose, and this is the last thing that I'm doing, and I will show you the end result. Do you agree with my opinion of the rug? I did return it, and I do think it was the right choice, but I was thinking about it a lot. I was like, maybe I should just leave it. Maybe it's just me. So that is it, you guys. This is my new pink room, my get ready room, and I am so happy with how it turned out. It is so pretty and cozy in here now. I love it so much. It's very girly, very feminine. I did a lot of, well, the wall is pink, of course, so I did pinks and natural wood colors, the wicker baskets, some gold, and I just think it all looks so good together. Let me show you a little bit more of like a close-up overview of what I did. The gold hooks, those just look so much better than those little small black ones. And here, like I said, I will probably hang a sweater or two, just whatever I'm using for the day. Maybe like the purse that I'm using for the day, I'll just put it right here. This I have had for so long. I don't remember where I got it, but I just love that, and I think it just goes with the vibe in here. This purse right here, I love this purse so much. This was a birthday present, I believe, from my sister. So she got me this, and I just like having it on the wall because it's so pretty. I put these little like planters right here. I cleaned out a lot of the mess that was right here and just put it in the drawers instead, but I did keep my brushes up here because I don't really have anywhere else to put them, and I do use them a lot, so I just went ahead and kept those there. This one I already had. I bought it a while back and I just had it in a different area, so I went ahead and put it here in my vanity because it goes a lot better in here than the silver one that I had, so that I love there. It's wine o'clock. That was also, I think, a birthday gift as well from my sister. So over here I went ahead and put just my perfumes right here. I don't have a lot. Those are the only ones I have, but I love those, so I went ahead and placed them right there. And then this little cute plant from Walmart, so cute, goes well in here. These are all eyeshadow palettes are in here, and again, this like goldish hue goes really well in here. And then this flowery one right here, I have what are they called, body sprays. Over here are lip products. This was on the vanity. I went ahead and threw it in here. Those are just the lip liners. And then over here, some more eyeshadow palettes, and again, the gold just goes perfect in here. This is the picture that I got at Bill's, and I just love it in here. These two I already had, and then just some of my necklaces. This little pretty disco heart garland light thing, that Jaden's girlfriend got for me for my birthday, I think. So I like having that here, and it's just really pretty. My snake plant is just thriving on its own. I've had that forever, and it has a wicker basket right there, so it goes well with everything. I put my cowboy boots right there and the little watering can right there. The big plant that was over here, I think it was just so out of control. It just didn't fit the space anymore, so I did put that somewhere else. But here's the little lamp that I got at Walmart. And then this also I got from Jaden's girlfriend for my birthday, along with the little lights. Here is just some extra jewelry, my rings, some gold rings. The studs are down here, and some holiday earrings are over here. Then just a little phone stand and a charger. Over here I went ahead and put my rain boots. These are some other boots down here, some more rain boots back there. If you can see, all my bags and totes are right there. And then up here are my coats and cardigans. And they were like color coded, but I think they did get a little misplaced over here in the end. So that should go with the whites and then with the pinks. But that I just left it alone because, I mean, that's just gonna go there. And this is the hats. Like I said, the little clip holder thing is different, but I mean, it's not too noticeable, is it? I went ahead and put all my hats here. I do use my hats a lot for when I go walking every morning, and just any outdoor day where we're gonna be outside a lot, I do wear my hats. So I try to get them kind of in the same colors also, like the blacks, the grays, the browns down here, leopard, pinks, purples, whites, and camo. Then over here I put this gold mirror, which also I already had, and now it is at a good like eye level. I used to have it like really low because that was the only space that I had for it, but now it works out really well. I can be over here and like put on my earrings or something right here in this mirror. Right here, I just placed this little wicker basket also just because I thought it was cute and it just goes with everything. And all I have in here is this room spray and another little like phone holder. And I went ahead and brought my watch charger over here. This was in my bedroom, but I brought it over here. And then I just put a little candle there. And then y'all know I was having a hard time with these shoes being over here on this one, being able to see them, but just organizing them all and getting them all like within colors. This one is all by colors. This one is not, because it's more like my slippers are down there, house shoes, tennis shoes. So yeah, that's not by color, but I think it just kind of flows together. You can kind of see what's going on. And I just really love that. I love the pictures. I did switch out the pictures because the ones I had up there were very old. So these are newer pictures except for this one. I'm seeing this one, and it's Easter from not this year, but the year before. My daughter was still pregnant, but that's the only picture I have of them too. So I still have that one up there. They live in Germany, so that's why I don't have any newer pictures. And then the closet, I didn't show y'all the closet because I didn't do much in here. All I did was take out the shoe rack and kind of moved some of these shoes around. But that's how this looks now. I do have some empty space there. I have a lot of purses over here. I need to find a better system for this, but I don't know about that yet. I have some more shoes up there and some like sun hats or beach hats up here, and then just this little like pocket holder with flip-flops over here. And this closet, by the way, has all of my dresses. So like from here over are my dresses, and then all of this is like winter clothes, just like sweaters and long sleeves. I have all of that in here. Oh, and then lastly, the rug. I did go and switch out the rug. I got a bigger size actually. And I got it in this like ivory color, and I think it just goes so well right there. I like how it's further back so that you can scoot out the little like vanity bench, so it doesn't bother that at all. It just feels like this part is an area and then this part is an area. But yeah, I think I showed y'all everything. And another thing about the shoes, I told my husband, because him and Jaden are always judging me and telling me I don't need any more shoes, that I have too many shoes. And now I told my husband, you see, it wasn't that I had too many shoes. It's just that I needed another shoe rack. And now I have plenty of space in the closet left over where I can get some more shoes. So I think I win on that one. But anyways, you guys. Oh, and one more thing, you guys, the view from the kitchen, which is the only room that you can see like in through. So this is how it looks from over here, and then a little bit over to the left. I think that definitely was mission accomplished, to make sure that it was a good view. If you're looking in, you have something nice and pretty and organized to look at. I think this is going to be it, you guys. This is going to be it for this video. Let me know what you think of the pink room. I think we're going to keep calling it the pink room because we're just so close. We're just so used to calling it the pink room. What I can't get used to calling is the office, the office. I cannot get used to calling it that. I've been saying the office room. But anyways, I am so happy with my new space. I love that I can see everything and everything that I have and everything that I own. And I think I am just gonna love coming in here and getting ready. I hope you like this video, you guys. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.